Makaih.
Drop.
Hey guys, welcome back. Today, or I should say over the next couple days, a little week of Christmas, actually Christmas Eve is tomorrow, we are going to wire this Jeep while I have a few days off from the Air Force. So we're going to spend, hopefully we can get it running here in the next, by the end of hopefully by 3 or 4 days. I'm not entirely sure how long it's going to take us. We have to do an entire rewire on this thing. Gauges, turn signal, lights install, wires, everything to make it start, everything to make it run. So this is the part that everybody hates. I actually love it. Wiring and electrical is my thing. So this is what I have been waiting for most of the time of restoring this thing. So we've done it. We've gone and taken this thing. It was a 12 volt, it was a 6 volt system. Has a Studebaker on it. We got to do a little cleanup. This thing's been sitting for a little bit of a while, but that's not going to stop us from putting some wires in this thing. So yeah, we're going to go from a 6 volt to a 12 volt system. So as you can see, there's not a lick of wire on it at all. Not at all. So we're going to go and start working that way. Got a little different. This is a 6 volt starter, but they will handle 12 volts, so not really worried about it. It did have a generator on it because this is a 1953 Studebaker inline 6. These Willys generally came with like a 4-cylinder, but back in the 50s, this was a very popular mod to change this out to Studebaker. All it required was a little bit of a spacer between the bell housing and the transmission to make it all fit and work. So it gives you a little more horsepower. When I say a little more horsepower, you go from like 60 to 80 horses on it. So, but we finally got the last coat of paint on it yesterday, or last few coats of paint on it yesterday. It's had time to dry. So we're going to go and start getting this wired. So this is what we're looking at here. As you can see, we've got speedometer, amps, oil pressure, fuel, oil, water temp. This is our fuel sender. So this just tells us how much gas is in our little gas tank right there. New headlights, turn signals, tail lights. Headlights are over on the shelf over there. Going to be putting a turn signal on it. So something that this Jeep didn't have in 47, but because my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and nieces and nephews are going to be driving in this thing, we want to make it safe. They're also going to be in Houston, so we want to help everybody out behind this thing as much as possible. This is our, you step on this is our start button, high-low switch, starter solenoid, keys, of course. This is the flasher relay to make those things go blink, blink, blinkety, blink. Headlights. We got to change out the coil to 12 volt. Maybe. Come on. Whoa. There we go. 12 volt. Alternator. The alternator's out of a 2-wire alternator. That way you can actually tell it that it knows when it's running, because a lot of times if you don't do a 2-wire and you just do single wire, it doesn't really know whether or not it's going to run or not. So 2-wire, this is out of a 1980, what goes on a 1980 Chevy C10 pickup truck. And then this wire harness. This is really cool. They've got it, it's wrapped in cloth, just like it would be back in 1947. So let's see if we can get this to focus. Come on, focus. Let's see if we can put it against it. There we go. Really, really cool stuff. Never used this thing. I've never wired, I've wired airplanes all the time, but never wired a Jeep. So nothing that really scares me. We just got to figure out where everything goes, lay it out. But that's it. Here we go. guys never seen these things, these are really cool. They're really helpful. Use these a lot building the Cobra. So you drill an 1/8" hole for rivets. You can stick that in there and it'll actually hold. Then you don't have to rivet right now, but it allows you to take it in and out and all that kind of stuff. You guys will see us use those later on in more projects. Now we gotta go to the disorganized drill bit bin. Find this drill bit. Building the Cobra, I had millions of 1/8" drill bits. Probably break it. Good old bargain store drill bit. I don't know if we can see that, but come on, focus. There we go. See? Coleco. So we will put a rivet in there when we get done, but this will hold our line where we need to here, which is going to be long enough for this stuff to go that way out to lights, and then this will run across this way. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We might do it just like this. I haven't really decided yet. So we can't go through that hole, so this has to go over the top like that. You know, we might do something like that, roughly. Which makes this long enough. I really want to go on this top bar, but I don't know how we're going to mount it there. But you guys get the idea. We'll go like that, pull around, long enough to get to our stuff over here. Oh, ran down there. Ran down there. Doing something like that. And then it goes right out. That little hole right here. These first two say master cylinder, so they're going to connect right there. I'm a little OCD when it comes to this stuff, so you know, maybe we're just going to take all of this. We're just going to cut it off and do our own. Do our own thing. Does anybody know me that is watching this? Weird. Cutting a harness apart, doing my own thing. Today's Jeep session, not sponsored by NOS.
Oh my god, if you start outing, I'm leaving.
Boom. Running lights. All right, let's turn them off. See what happens.
They're off.
Okay, this should just be running lights.
That's all it was running.
Yeah, but I had it pulled all the way to where the headlights, if they were in, they would have been on. Okay.
We had running lights. Turn signals. Nothing. Up. Left. Yep, that was on too. You see it in the door.
Gotta get on video.
Sorry, my bad. Yep.
Okay, there's a little indicator. Right.
Oh, that's cool.
All right. This might not work. Oh, you can barely see it. Power supply is hurting. Yeah, power supply can't do it. Close it. Just do this. Huh. There you go, peeps. Lights. Should take all 5 gallon or all 5 quarts of this, shouldn't it?
Should, but I'd stop at 4 and check it, or 3 and check it, just to make sure. You keep going, you're only 2.5 or so, 2-ish. Work check.
Sounds like it might
Oh,
want
that's
to.
on that one.
Sure, get 12 volts.
What's that ground wire?
Which ground one?
Right there.
Just a horn.
Oh,
So what's the spray do?
that's like temporary gas. So we don't have to put gas
Is
in
it
the
meant to be
tank.
used as temporary gas?
Yeah. For it's cool, we'll see flames coming out the bottom of it.
Would be pretty cool. It's not electrocute myself in some way, shape, or
It's
form.
12 volts, it won't hurt you. In no way will it hurt you. 12 volts, so we've got voltage there. Got voltage there. This is, got voltage there, okay? So we've got spark. Well, at least we think we've got spark. What do we want to do? We want to pull a plug?
Yeah.
And
And when it did run, it didn't run well.
But it ran.
Ish.
I'm not holding it.
There's a vegetable fry with sausage and cheese.
okay. Things were not.
What?
I'm trying to do like 4 gajillion.
Here, you hold it, I'll crank it.
Nope.
Come on, Greg, it's just 12
Do
volts.
it!
That's not 12 volts. That's like 40 gajillion volts.
Oh, so that'll hurt like a mother.
It,
does hurt, yeah.
it hurts. It sparks you.
It's not like a new car, like you should get shocked by your Civic.
I'm okay.
Will brass work?
It should still be grounded. Ready? No spark. It may not be grounded there.
It
Then.
might not be grounded there.
Like a normal car, right?
Yeah. Ready? has no fuel.
There's no fuel in it.
One problem at a time, woman. How else are we gonna learn unless we get Greg electrocuted?
It's not exciting at all.
It kinda is.
I'm glad you guys find this
Hey,
fun.
hey, you know those 4 hairs on your head? They're standing straight up.
That's f***ed up.
I work harder.
So we're gonna do spark test again, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Ignition on.
Yep.
Appliance starter.
Woo!
Fuck me.
Oh, still going.
What the hell?
There's still cables in there. Like this black one. Oh,
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see, hey, subscribe down below. Give us that like button. You can also follow us on Instagram. Make sure that you have your post notifications turned on so you can catch up on when we post something new. With that, have a good time and ride on.